कपड़ा गेस्ट हाउस के बाबू को दे आओ।
Harold, you know we're going to be late. I'm coming.
What's that for, Gertie?
What's what for?
The candle. What, are you expecting someone?
Is that any business of yours?
No. No.
So?
You know, I'm very hurt that you don't answer my letters.
Calcutta Station. Post office box 83.
Well, there you are, Gertie. You know, every time you're angry, you plunge the neighborhood into darkness. What's she doing? I think she's afraid of the dark.
Bastard.
Dirty. Look. Really, Harold, you know, one day I'm going to make you eat your hat. Now, get in the taxi. Did you say at Calcutta Station, box 83?
I'm delighted to see that the West is still on its feet.
No, my friend. I don't think that is possible because I am not here. And you are not there. And we do not exist. And so I can go to sleep. May I ask why you are hitting me?
Because, unfortunately, the fact that we don't exist does not exempt us from pain. 2 years ago, you came to India. What have you accomplished since?
Well, I've built a road and a bridge and some hospitals.
A builder! The great white civilizer who's brought his precious energies to India. Grand bully for you. But tell me, in a century's time, what will remain of your achievements?
A school and a big road.
Oh, is that so?
Airport and
Alan! Come on, wake up, boy!
Lucia.
Listen to this one, Noreen. He threw it to me out of a taxi.
Another letter?
Still no miracle. And yet they told me that in Calcutta I would find the man of my life.
You're blind, Gertie. Alan writes you 3 letters a day. That means he's in love with you. Or that he's crazy.
Listen.
Well, I spent some time in Shanghai, then did a stint in Canton, then drifted down to Nanking, but it's bloody dangerous out there. Barbed wire is drifting down over the cities like a plague of locusts. You can smell the war coming. But there is always Calcutta.
Calcutta?
A magnet. Biggest bustling magnet in the entire bloody galaxy.
Can you wait till you see our bathroom? Okay, upstairs.
And do you think Alan is a lost man?
At first sight, no. But something tells me he's pretty clever at hiding it. He must be kind of schizophrenic.
Schizo what?
Schizophrenic. Screwball. Nuts.
Okay, I want you to meet a very old, friend. This is Lucien Metz. He's just arrived from Shanghai, and he's going to stay here for a bit till he gets himself fixed in Calcutta. Gertie, what on earth are you doing there?
Why are you sending me all these letters?
Well, what letters? I don't send letters, Gertie.
I think your letters are very beautiful, but we don't understand them. Gertie would like you to explain them to us.
Okay, you let Noreen read my letters, yeah?
Of course, do you mind?
I think maybe you could have asked, yeah?
Yes, I could have.
Which one's the girlfriend?
Complicated, Lucien. I'll explain some other time. So, Lucien, what were you saying to me earlier?
Earlier when?
You know, downstairs? Lucien?
You were asleep.
Yeah, no, you asked me what was going to become of me in 100 years' time.
No, I didn't. I asked you what would become of your roads full of cars and your dams full of cracks, hospitals full of pills. That's what I asked you.
Okay, but why?
Why? Because of Her Highness.
Her Highness?
Yes, she watches everything we try to build, and I sometimes wonder what she thinks.
But who is Her Highness, Lucien?
I've never really been able to figure her out, but I can tell you that she is one hell of a woman. She destroys everything she touches, tears down the house, and just laughs. Calcutta. The city of Kali.
Ah, Kali! Yeah. No, actually, I'd like to meet her.
Really? Simple. Tell me, what did you see?
Nothing, Lucien.
Oh, no, Alan, no, nothing. The plague. The Black Plague that is falling like a dark shroud over Europe. In China, I stood on the very edge of the abyss, and I plummeted down, 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 till darkness devoured all right, until I became unconscious. And I saw crowds marching, corpses, laboratories.
Well, you know, Lucien, I don't understand a word you're saying.
I'm asking you to understand. Just take a good, long look at the teeming crowds in Calcutta, in Tehran, Peking, in Cairo, Damascus. If mankind has survived the 20th century, then it'll have to be reborn out of its own ashes. You won't escape, Ireland. Her Highness will lift up her skirts and dance. And we won't even know a damn thing. We'll be just dying of fear, dying of laughter at one and the same time. And all your construction sites will be turned into one gigantic crematorium.
Who do you work for?
Life magazine. Life. It's the opposite of death, if you're interested. Just written an article about China. You can read it if you like. I've entitled it Gateway to Heaven.
When I was a little girl, we used to say that if you dug straight down, you'd come out in China. What does the sky look like in China?
Black. Stars.
I just don't think that the camera is a good idea.
Quit worrying. I'm a very tactful man.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Lucien, I forgot. You realize this is my first time inside a Bengali home?
No kidding.
That's Coca, my boss's nephew. Come on.
Very clever.
Lucien. Coca, how are you?
Right, get on, eh?
But it really wasn't necessary to do that. No. Lucien, you said you were going to be discreet. Do not embarrass me.
Why? Food to be eaten.
Put the cake down. Put it down.
Well, my dear boy.
Mr. Zen, how very nice to see you.
You are white. You might say it's your natural complexion, but still... This, I believe, belongs to you.
Yes, it does. I cut myself in shaving this morning, so... Anyway, I've taken a big liberty and brought a friend. He's a very famous journalist who was just stopping in Calcutta for 2 days.
Lucien Metz, I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Zen.
The pleasure is mine.
Sweet, jeez.
Gayatri, my eldest daughter.
Mr. Sen, I'm in the middle of a book on India. I wonder if you would do me the honor of allowing me to take a few snapshots of this magnificent sitting.
By all means. Tell me about your book, Mr. Metz. What aspects of India interest you in particular?
Science. Indians have always thought in terms of science. Do you mind moving a step away from your daughter, Mr. Sen?
Oh, not at all. If you'd just tell me where you'd like me to...
Next to Alan, thank you.
Alan, my boy, I wanted to announce the good news to you last night, but I was given to understand that you were feeling out of sorts.
Yes. That is wonderful.
Please allow me to introduce my wife, Srimati Devi Indira, and this is my other daughter, Lilu.
আপনার একটা টেলিফোন এসেছে।
Oh, the committee. Excuse me. Alan, my boy. I have come to a decision. You have 3 days to put your affairs in order. You are leaving within the week.
For the jungle?
Precisely.
Well, it's what I've dreamed of ever since I was a child.
Don't leave us like this. Please don't. You haven't shown me your photos of China. Do you remember? Gateway to heaven.
I just had to get inside that house. Had to see that girl.
What girl?
Gayatri.
Gayatri?
Priest, station, goat, teeming out my rolly flags. Fancy being around when all hell lets loose.
মনে হইল উদাসী যে তোরা পাগল হইল
So what, there was no way of holding him back?
None whatsoever. He's leaving town.
He could be so damn superstitious. Did he ever tell you why he left Shanghai?
Who's Gayatri?
Gayatri? I don't know. Do I know her? What name did you say it was?
Gayatri.
Gayatri. No, it doesn't ring any bells with me. Is she a friend of yours or something? Gertie, what are you doing?
I'm closing my eyes. I'm trying to see inside you. You lied to me. That girl, you know her. You lied to me. What's happened?
It's just power failure, really.
I'm afraid of the dark. You know that. Are you too?
Am I what?
Are you going away too?
Don't accept any other remedy. The jungle without liquor is like... Yes?
Listen, don't worry. I'm a very healthy person. I've never had a serious illness in my life. Don't forget it.
How are you doing? 3 weeks in a coma. We were starting to get a little bit worried about you.
Alan doesn't want to hear all that. I'm pregnant. And Steve's gone back to New York. He's been hired by a big jazz band. I got a letter from him. He married some black woman he met on the boat. Can you beat that? Anyway, he'll be back one day. I think I was in love. I pray God baby's his.
Alan, you have overworked yourself and now you're ill. But don't worry. I have arranged for everything.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Sen. My name is Harold.
Ah.
Comment allez-vous?
My daughter knows 2 codes of etiquette. This one, the Western, only applies in the presence of ladies and young women. You are going to stay with us until you are back up on your feet again. My wife wouldn't have it any other way, nor would I.
What about Sandra? What does she say?
Who?
Sandra. Don't tell me you've already forgotten Sandra. You lived with her for at least 3 weeks. She's waiting for you.
What on earth are you talking about?
If you must move, you should at least talk it over with her. What do you think?
I have brought you a book so that Gayatri might entertain you with some reading. But as it's already getting late...
But Father, my English is very bad.
Well then, what about Sandra? What am I supposed to tell her?
Oh, really, Gertie? Do stop lying, because no one's interested here.
He's the one who's lying. He's a real fast liver. It can get quite embarrassing sometimes. And Noreen and I know what I'm talking about.
I think it's time to go and leave Alan to his rest. I'll stop back again tomorrow afternoon.
Goodbye, thank you.
Goodbye.
Well, you got to go too, Mr. Sen. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Noreen, what's gotten into you?
Nothing. I just felt like kissing you. All of a sudden. That's all.
Noreen?
I just wanted to kiss her. I'm pregnant and Steve's dropped me. Alan's sick and he's going away too. Everything seems to be falling apart.
Noreen! That guy's too much. I wonder why he's making such a fuss over you. He wouldn't by any chance have the idea of marrying his daughter off to anyone we know.
Well now, Coca. Sleeping outside again. Expecting a letter today?
Nothing for me today.
Soon enough, little one. Soon enough. Come, let's go.
Okay, Punu, what do we want? Chocolate balls 2.5 inches.
Mother sent me to ask you something. You don't seem to be enjoying yourself enough in our home. You spend too much time in your room. Mother said if you work after sunset, you'll fall ill. Would you like me to show you our terrace?
Yes, very much. Thank you. Can I go up like this? I'm just wearing my t-shirt and shorts. Oh, God, what a mess.
In your country, how do people dress when they go up to the terrace?
We don't really have a terrace.
You don't?
No.
Not at all? That sounds very sad. How do you watch the sky then?
Just normally, you know, like in the street or something.
That's the reason you're so white. White is a beautiful color. I'd like to be white too, but it's not possible, is it?
Well, maybe with some powder or something.
Powder washes off. Did they put powder on your face when you were a child? My little sister here does not speak very good English, but she'd like you to tell us a story. I too like stories.
Oh, well, look, I mean, I'm not really any good at the stories, and it's a long time since I told any. All right. Now, I'll try and think of one.
Tell us a story with a tree in it.
A tree. Okay. Once upon a time there was a tree, and at the bottom of the tree there was hidden treasure. And one day, a handsome knight...
Knights can't be handsome.
The handsome knight wakes up from a wonderful dream in which a fairy tells him where the treasure is hidden. And then with the aid of an enchanted mirror, he goes and finds the treasure. But what should he find guarding this treasure but a dragon, a huge, fire-breathing dragon with eyes like burning coals. Yeah?
What happened to the tree? What did the tree say?
It didn't have the power of speech, so it didn't say anything. I mean, it wasn't an enchanted tree.
Did it have to be enchanted to speak?
Well, not all trees have souls, Just enchanted ones. Anyway, that's the way the story goes.
Amar gacher ki aata ache?
हाँ, सबो गाछेर आता
What? What does she want to know?
She was asking if her tree had a soul, and I told her that yes, all trees do.
Well, she has a tree?
Well, actually, it's a bush in the courtyard, the one whose branches grow onto the veranda. Lilu feeds it every day, rice and cakes. Everything she eats is health.
Well, that's very nice, Lilu, but I'm not sure that trees can eat cake.
No, but I can.
Gayatri told me you were too busy with your work, that you stay for hours on end in your room with your books. That's not good. You'll fall ill again if you don't go out more often.
No, this is fine, thank you.
Come now, Alan. Don't you wish to make me happy? Taste one of my pastries, or else I shall be sad all day long. See how a simple pastry can change the face of the world?
Alan, you've been with us now for almost a month. And I can truly say that we should like our home to be your home. You can use the library, my books are your books. Just help yourself. You're like one of the family to us. If you need anything, just tell my wife, or better yet, tell Gayatri. I think you two have already become excellent friends.
Well, to tell you the truth, she kind of baffles me. I think she might be a bit frightened of me.
By the way, did you know she writes poetry?
No, I didn't know that.
She's very gifted. Her philosophical poems have greatly impressed Gurudev.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you treat yourself to a pair of sunglasses? Are you afraid of ruining your good looks?
No, I just think one shouldn't give in to one's weaknesses. Otherwise, they end up destroying you.
That's well said. But you keep this too.
Thank you.
I think it was Victor Hugo who said, the sun is already the shadow of God. In Bengal we say, darkness is already his light. Talking of Victor Hugo, I have an idea. Why don't you teach French to Gayatri? In exchange, she can teach you Bengali. A splendid idea. Don't you agree?
Je suis une jeune fille.
Je suis une jeune fille.
Non, je suis une jeune fille.
Je suis une jeune fille.
Okay, try this, it's easier. Je vais visiter Paris. Okay? Je vais visiter Paris. Tell me, Gayatri, I never realized that you were a poet. Oh, I don't think it's anything to be embarrassed about. I mean, I was just surprised that someone as young as you would know enough about life to be able to write philosophical verse. You're always giggling. Why are you giggling at me now?
Why shouldn't I?
Oh, no reason at all. Girls always find something to giggle about. Doesn't matter.
Don't be angry.
Why should you worry if I'm angry with you?
Because you are our guest, and a guest has been sent by God.
Oh, and what happens if the guest is an evil person?
God will call him back.
Which God?
His God.
What do you mean? Everyone has their own little God?
I've made a mistake again, haven't I?
Well, I wouldn't know, Gayatri, because I'm not the philosopher. That's you.
Go away, Lilu. I'm working.
Yes, by the way, who is this Robbie Thakur that you keep writing in your book?
Tagore. He's my guru. Our country's greatest poet. I'd like to be old. Old like him. When you're old, you suffer less and love more.
In French, the direct object, or adverbial equivalent, is always placed after the verb. For instance, je vais à Paris. Le train entre en gare. Je vois la Tour Eiffel.
You don't like me to write when you're speaking? Why do you hesitate to tell me so?
Please just repeat after me. Le train entre en gare.
I have a better idea. I will teach French to Lilu. You don't think I can? I can be a better teacher than you, even in French.
Non, le vieux Tagore est un vieux cochon.
I'm going to see if the postman has come.
Shall we go on?
Je suis une jeune fille.
Very good. That's fantastic. You've got it. Okay, let's try a new one. Tu es un jeune homme.
Those girls at the hospital, did you teach them things too?
No way, no. They're much too silly. I couldn't teach them anything if I stuck at it 5 years.
How old will you be in 5 years?
31, 32.
Not even half his age.
Whose age?
Tagore's?
Oh, for Christ's sake, you know, in Europe it's considered a little bit disgusting for young girls to fall in love with an old man. You've forgotten something.
Thank you very much for your lesson.
I promise you I'll get it back. I will get it back.
Without dwellest in me, and I in thee. Thou without me, or I without thee, are nothing. What did you do with the flower?
Oh, the flower, I put it in a book to dry.
I lost mine on the staircase.
What's a handsome knight?
A handsome what?
A handsome knight. Alan told us a story about a handsome knight.
He did? Well, maybe in his country, handsome knights marry beautiful mornings. And if you don't hurry up, you'll be late to school.
That's not what Gayatri said. She said that Alan was a handsome knight and that one day he killed a fire-breathing dragon.
Gayatri said that?
Yes, but I don't believe a word of it.
Why not?
That's because dragons don't exist. How could Alan possibly kill a thing that doesn't exist?
I wonder what he's up to now.
But this isn't my flower.
What do you mean, Emily? It isn't your flower.
My flower had one of my hairs entangled in its blossoms.
এই দেখ পার পাতাটা কি সুন্দর।
She thinks you have a very beautiful foot. As white as alabaster.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Most people think they're pretty horrible, actually. But then, no one really thinks feet are very nice in where I come from.
Here it's different. When two friends show their affection, they touch their bare feet. Like this. Yes? What is it?
Did you call?
No, I did not.
All right, because I thought maybe I heard you, your voice. Dear Harold.
Alan.
I was just looking at your writing. It's really beautiful. Would you read me what it says? Maybe it's another of your deep, dark secrets. Huh?
Secret. Do you know where secrets hide inside our bodies? And how too much light makes them die? Anyway, you yourself said that I was too young to write.
Yeah, I did say that. But I didn't really know what I was talking about because I mean, in Europe, yes, young girls don't really write poetry. You're very different. You know, because sometimes I think you're 1,000 years old, and then well, anyway, I don't really know what I'm saying anymore. You asleep? Gayatri?
What happened? Were we? Why did you have to do that?
Why don't I have the right to love you?
You leave me alone! You leave me alone!
No, stop shouting. Stop shouting and I'll let you go. Ah!
You don't understand a thing. I can't love you. I can't.
But the way we looked at each other on the sofa and you let me kiss your hand.
You're mistaken. I was asleep. It cannot be, I'm telling you.
Gayatri? Gayatri, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What are you doing?
Putting a book back.
Oh, really? In the dark?
Stop annoying me, Cocker.
Well, since you seem to be very good in finding your way in the dark, you might as well find Alan too. Everyone is looking for him.
How should I know where he is? Maybe he's in the library. Why don't you look for yourself?
Aren't you hungry, Alan?
It'll be cool in the down north and on coast, warm in the inland south. And the outlook for Tuesday and Wednesday, rain clearing from the north, then drier and brighter with sun.
So, you sleep okay?
I did not sleep at all. I think it is time you leave our house. That's why I asked you to meet me here. You're wrong to think that I love you in the way you imagine. For a long time, my soul has belonged to Tagore, my guru. I've been in love with him since the age of 12, ever since I started reading his books. I have a chest full of letters that he has sent to me from every part of the world. Not a day passes that I do not think of him or dedicate a poem to him. I've always been very sincere to you.
In a way, I love you very much. I'm happy when we look into each other's eyes or hold our hands together. But it is no more than pure friendship. If you have thought otherwise, it is my fault. I have let you believe something that is not true. Why did you do that? I know you're stronger than I am. But I feel nothing when you kiss me. I feel your lips as if they were a child's. They don't confuse me. I don't love you.
38.5. Sir, what about the color?
What color?
Color for your suit. I really don't care what color it is. It's just a laugh, okay? What is that? I don't give a damn about your report. Thank you.
Do you think it's possible to love something entirely different from ourselves?
What, for example?
Like a tree, or a cloud, or a pond?
Nothing is totally separate from us. The world is our body.
What world?
Each woman has a world of her own.
Isn't the one I live in the same as the one you live in?
No. Just as each tree has its own shade, each woman has her own world.
Lilu too?
Yes. Lilu too.
How can I find it?
How can you find what?
How can I find my world?
It just occurs. It creates itself. You can't force it to happen if you're not ready.
Supriya is in love. She wants to marry Alan's friend. He's a foreigner.
Supriya's still very young. Loving doesn't mean being in love.
Alan's friend is very much in love with her. He says they're made for each other.
Nothing can stop two people from attracting each other if the stars have so willed.
What if I make a mistake? What if I choose the wrong man?
It won't be you who chooses him, but he who shall recognize you. Be patient, little one.
What does this mean, Gayatri?
said one night that if you're really in love, then you feel pleasure at the slightest physical contact with the person you love. Here, take my arm. Kiss it. And you shall see, I shall feel nothing.
She runs up to him, and she falls at his feet. She looks up at him. Don't leave me. Don't go away. I promise I'll change. I'll be a better woman. Please, don't leave me. Don't go away. I can't bear to live without you. Please don't. And it's a terrible night. And it's raining outside. There's a pale moon in the sky. Dogs are barking in the distance. Maybe wolves are howling. And he turns around, and he looks at her. Frankly, darling, I just don't give a damn.
Stop playing and turn off the dreadful music. Makes my head spin.
But I can't.
You can't? What does this mean, you can't?
My kite.
So your kite will take you instead up into the sky. Be careful. When I was a little girl, Grandfather told me frightening stories about little girls who were taken into the sky by kites. It even happened to one of my neighbors.
Really? What was the kite like? Was it big? Did it have a long tail? What was the color of the kite?
What matter the kite? It always happened to little girls, never little boys. Skies prefer little girls.
I don't believe you. I'm much too heavy for this.
You don't think the sky is big enough to swallow you up? Ah! Leo, where are you going? What about the...
চেয়ার আছে তো দেখে নিয়ে আসি
Alan, would you like to go for a walk? Bella?
হ্যাঁ যা
What, do you mind? Do you need...
not a bit. The driver will take care. Go ahead.
Yeah?
আরে টাই রড কেটে যায়নি তো?
না দেখি। So what do they call this place?
The Enchanted Forest. Watch me catch the fireflies.
Lilu, come back. We kiss and everything, but, well, one day it's going to be very different. And then you're really going to be mine.
Aren't I yours already? We love each other without Mother and Father knowing it.
Yeah, well, we'll tell them very soon.
It's impossible to tell them such a thing.
Why is it impossible? It's very easy. I go to your father and I ask him for your hand.
What?
I don't think he's going to object. I mean, it was him that first invited me to stay in the house, and, you know, he always encouraged us to be friends. In fact, I really think he had the idea of us getting married from the very start.
They'd never accept my marrying you. It would be the ruin of my family. We'd be eternally cursed. My parents invited you into their home to be their son. My brother.
What are you talking about? What do you mean your brother?
They told me that now I should have a brother, Alan, whom I should love, since my father wishes to adopt him. And then one day, maybe we should all go with him to Europe. Which has always been one of my father's dreams. And what have I done? Instead of obeying my father's dreams, loving you as a brother. It's impossible. Everything is going so fast. My head is spinning around. I love you, Alan.
It's them, they're coming.
All right. Let's go now.
Father? Father? What's happening? Father, do you hear me? Answer me. Speak to me. Say something. Baba? Baba? Alan! They found her lying face downwards across the bed, still faintly breathing. But she was dead before the doctor could come up from the town. Father, are you asleep?
Is that you, Alan?
Yes, I'm just coming.
Now let's go on with Treasure Island.
Right. Here we go. Chapter 1.
Coca, you gave me such a start.
And the rest of these
Kokas knows everything.
What?
We must announce our engagement immediately without saying anything to my father. He's too ill. Speaking to him now would just worsen his condition.
No. Wait, you said we could never get married?
Yes, but Koka's seen us now. He saw me kiss you. He's been on to us for a few weeks. We must strengthen our union, otherwise we shall be cursed. Look. This is what I've chosen for you. I took it from my mother's jewel chest. She won't miss it.
What's happening, child?
It's Lilo. Is she feeling any better this evening?
I do not understand what's happening in that child's head. The doctors can make neither head nor tail of it. They just fight all day long, contradicting themselves. And Lilo sits without moving for hours in the room. Eyes seem empty. She cannot recognize us anymore when we speak to her.
Poor Lilo.
And you too, Gayatri. Something is not right. You seem tired. It's been weeks since you've come to unburden yourself to me. If you wish, we shall talk now. Lilu's asleep. I don't think she'll wake for a few hours. Hmm?
Ma?
It's Lilu. Why don't you go to the lake? Have a nice stroll with Alan. It'll do both of you a lot of good to have some fresh air, hmm? Ask the widow Usha to accompany you. And have the driver take the car.
The boarders swarmed over the fence like monkeys. Squire and Gray fired again and yet again. 3 men fell, 1 forward into the enclosure, 2 back on the outside. But of these, one was evidently more frightened than hurt, for he was on his feet again in a crack and instantly disappeared among the trees. 2 had bit the dust, 1 had fled, 4 had made good their footing inside our defenses. While from the shelter of the woods, 7 or 8 men, each evidently supplied with several muskets, kept up a hot though useless fire on the log house.
Come. See how Alan is flying your kite. You can't fly that one, Lilu. Come here. Try flying this one. Come. Alan! Alan!
Oh, my God. Come.
Over there.
Go.
Why don't you love Alan?
But I love him very much.
Well, if you love him, why don't you kiss him?
Little girls like you shouldn't speak such nonsense.
But love isn't nonsense. Now go ahead, kiss him. Watch me, I'll kiss him.
Are you happy now?
No, she just kissed him on the mouth.
Come and sit down, Lilu. Now, all 3 of us shall close our eyes and think of a color, okay?
Where's the new kite?
Oh, yes, the kite. I forgot about the kite. I hope it's not stuck in a tree.
Well, should we go and get it then? Did you feel Alan's hand touching you?
Don't be stupid, Nilu. It was my hand.
No, it wasn't.
Why are you crying, little one?
No one loves me. Everyone loves Gayatri. Especially Alan. Alan loves her the most.
Why do you say such things? He bought you a nice new kite. I'll float on the terrace this afternoon.
Yes, but he kissed her on her mouth and put his hand on her breast. No one kisses me because I'm not beautiful.
What did you say?
It's not true. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you treating me like this?
Gayatri, swear to me that you and Alan have never kissed each other. That you have never offered him your breasts or your body. First of all in the forest, then here on the terrace.
How could you believe such a thing?
Now kneel down and swear under the heavens, and before the gods and all your ancestors who are listening to you.
I swear before my ancestors to whom I owe my name, and before the gods who rule the heavens, that I have never offered my body to Alan, nor my lips, nor my breast. The only thing I confess myself guilty of is having sometimes kissed him on his cheeks, and he in return sometimes having kissed me on my forehead. Nothing else has happened between us.
Then what has become of Lilo? And of your father?
What if Alan is a messenger of destiny?
Destiny sends two kinds of messengers. Woe be she who confuses the science.
Lilu told everything, but I denied it all. Don't be afraid. I'm still yours.
What do you mean?
If you're questioned, you must not confess.
Gayatri?
Wait.
Gayatri!
My friend, I have decided to undergo the operation the doctors have prescribed. I'll have to stay at the clinic for at least 3 months. I'm going to send my family to my parents' home. As you are a bit tired too, you do just as well leave for the mountains to rest up.
When must I go?
This very day. I'm leaving for the clinic right after lunch. I think an energetic young man like you can always manage. If you leave immediately, you can find a room before noon. Don't worry. Coca will bring you your things this afternoon. Have you forgotten something?
I've forgotten everything that matters, Mr. Sen.
If you wish to thank me for what good I have done you here in India, respect my wishes. I beg you read this only after you have left this house.
Leela, what have you done? What have you done?
Hurry up now. Go on.
You are a stranger. I do not know you. If you are capable of considering anything as sacred in your life, I beg you no longer enter my house, or to try to see any member of my family, or even to write to any one of them. If you break your word, I shall do everything in my power to see that you are expatriated. I have given orders by telephone that you are to be dismissed as of this very day. I invited you into my house because I thought that together we could build something between our two cultures. Instead of that, you have destroyed my family, and above all, the faith I had in the West. If one day you wish to write me, only write what one stranger might say to another stranger.
Listen, sweetheart. You're going to hear your daddy. You'll see how great he plays. He's American, you know.
This song is for all the lost sheep. who wander through this world. I'm your brother. Good luck to you. Good luck.
Yeah, he's the best damn thing that ever happened to me.
We got this record a few days ago. Look. To Steve Jr. until I send you a big red ship to bring you back. Your dad, Steve Jackson Smith Sr. P.S. Did you get the sax?
He's great, Mary.
He's already a great musician. Harold, please go get the sax.
I'm gonna get another bottle of rum. Stay there. You need a shirt.
Where's Goody?
She got married 3 months ago and flew back to Europe. Her husband is Italian. He's a cook.
She leave anything for me?
No.
No messages or letters?
No.
Here's to us, to the stray sheep of Ripon Street.
Narendra Sen declared today that he'll get Gayatri married off. And she said if that happens, then on her wedding night she'll tell her husband that she slept with you. She'll be thrown out of the house. The whole city would know it. Our reputation would be totally in the mud. So when her father heard this, he hit her on the face and she was on the floor. She was bleeding. Narendra Sen has had another attack. I took him to the hospital myself. He's gone completely blind. That's not all, you know. Mrs. Sen got the driver to beat Gayatri. And he beat her till she fainted. And all along, Lilu was watching this. So she tried to kill herself by taking poison. She's in the hospital also.
Is this true? Cooker, is this true?
Why don't you write something, Alan? I promised her you would write something. You want to see her, Alan? She's waiting for you. Come on. Ha!
Alan?
Where's all your love gone now, huh? How can you just walk away like that?